Peace, guys. My name is Green the Chemist. I'm not going to make this long at all. I just wanted to do a special tribute to my father for Father's Day. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him and give him his flowers while he's here, right? So my father's originally from Plainfield, New Jersey. He brought himself up out of one of the worst situations that you could think of. Brought himself out of the projects, basically, and promised himself that he would never go back again. Him or his siblings would never go back again. And my dad is like one of the most intelligent, giving, successful, funny men that I know. He is quite literally my hero. And we didn't always have the best relationship. I took my father through a lot of crap for things I resented him for being in the military and deploying a lot, just being a child. But my father still has supported me every step of the way. He has been there for me. And when I listen to stories from friends and even other family members whose fathers aren't as active in their lives, if they're active at all, it makes me value him even more. He has never missed a moment in our lives unless it was, for his career so that he could provide for us. And as a function of that, we lived really well growing up. And of course, we spent a lot of time in Plainfield, New Jersey, but that was because my father deployed a lot. So in a recent interview that I did, I explained how I had dealt with homelessness. I was sleeping in my car after I got out of the military. And this actually, I didn't realize it, but this was how my father found out about some homelessness that I experienced after getting out of the military in 2017, 2018. I did not tell him because I was a young soldier prior to this. I was married, I had a child, and he was basically helping me with everything. So I didn't want to disappoint him, but I just want to make it clear to him and everyone in the world that the homelessness that I faced was due to my pride, me not wanting to tell my father that I needed help. It was not because I didn't have resources, or it was not because my father wouldn't come to me, find me somewhere to stay. I knew he would do those things. I just didn't want him to. But this is a man who I can talk to about anything, who started me in investing. My father's the one who started me in investing after seeing my addiction for sneakers and telling me that I shouldn't be putting so much money into anything or into something that I'm not getting paid for. And that is how I initially started investing. He taught me about credit. I blew my credit, right? But he taught me about all of these things. Very hard on me about school. Sports. My favorite memory with my father was I was about maybe 15 or 16 years old. He had bought me a basketball hoop, and all of my friends after school, we would play basketball in front of my house. And one day he came home in his uniform, and he was in the military, in the army, and he challenged us to a basketball game. It was us against him. It was like 4 or 5 of us against him. And he took off his jacket and his hat. He had on his boots and, his uniform bottoms and his shirt. And he dunked on me in front of my friends. And I still can't live that down to this day. 15, 16 years later, I still can't live this down, that moment down. My friends talk about, remember when your dad dunked on you? So that, and being little and him taking me fishing and getting me the little kiddie fishing poles, and my addiction to hot sauce is because of my father. My love for cooking is because of my father. My love for reading is because of my father. And my confidence in myself is a great deal because of my father and the things that he instilled in me about education, about consistency, about regimen, about discipline, right? So I did a lot of things because my father did them. I was a wrestler, a very good wrestler, because my father was a wrestler. I got into martial arts because my father was into martial arts. And it's funny, the military, I didn't plan on joining the military, but he paid for my undergraduate, my apartment, car, everything, basically. And I thought, based on that, he would pay for my law school. And lo and behold, I have a little brother who needed who needed to go to school. So that is how I got into the military. He basically told me, you're gonna have to probably either take out loans or go into the military. So I chose to go into the military. And I followed the same exact path as my dad almost, wherein I went to Fort Sill for basic training. I went medical, so I went to Sam Houston, San Antonio, Texas, for my schooling, but I went straight to Korea, like my father's first duty station. So, just the guidance that I've had, the love that I've had, even through the tumultuous times. I know that I have been a difficult teenager. I was a difficult teenager. I was a daddy's baby as a child, but I was a difficult teenager for sure, okay? Difficult teenager to young adult. So I just wanted to take this moment to thank, to honor, to show my love, my support for my father. And it is one of my biggest dreams to buy my dad a Porsche and a fishing boat, a really nice fishing boat that he can stay on the water for a couple of days in. I've extended myself out to, world travel and trying different things, new things, because I always had that confidence in myself, because he's taken me around the world. My mother's taken me around the world. So, man, I just have to show my gratitude to my father and my gratitude to his twin brother, who, while my father was deployed, would kind of, I don't want to say he would play my father's role, because he wasn't like that. It was just they're twins, right? So I was little. I would be missing my father. I see my uncle who looks just like my dad, because they're twins, right? And man, that was just, that was, I remember those times, that amazing feeling. My uncle's also very successful, man. And I feel like it's weird, right? Because they're twins, but I feel like I act more like my Uncle Kenny. Peace to my Uncle Kenny. I love you so much, Uncle Kenny. I feel like I act more like him than I do my own dad sometimes. And I get why, right? Because of the twin thing, the polarity thing, right? But I've just had the blessing of having a very loving, beautiful, successful family. And I'm not going to sit here and act like we don't have our issues or our disagreements or our falling outs or whatever the case may be. That's not the case at all. We do have those issues. However, at the end of the day, the love that we feel for one another, the love that we show to one another, it's immaculate. I couldn't ask for anything more than the family that I have, than the parents that I have who are still married to this day. And I'm so grateful. So thank you, Dad. Happy Father's Day to you. You are the greatest father that I could ask for, the greatest grandfather, the greatest uncle, the greatest cook. Oh my goodness, my pops can throw down. All right, my pops and my uncle can throw down. Okay, so I was just all around blessed, and I appreciate it. I love you guys. My dad's birthday is coming up at the end of the month. So I'll be back home. I'm in Costa Rica right now, but I'll be back home right around that time, and I can't wait to live it up with you guys. I love you. Dad, I love you. You are the most amazing man that I know. Thank you for everything. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for never giving up on me, Dad. I love you so much, man. All right. Peace, guys. Remember, you are divine. It is your time. That's not just something I say that rhymes, all right? Peace.